Batman: The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, issue 8. So yeah, this is still trucking along, and it's not a bad issue. I don't think by any means.
No.
Much better than Hattush. I'll say that much.
I mean, that's not saying a lot, but it is.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a focus. It feels like they're being a bit more proactive now. We're getting towards the end of the book. Batman and Gordon are going to Arkham to question various people. They split up. Batman's questioning the doctor that did surgery on Catwoman and Ivy and demanding to know certain things. We find out that because this doctor's the one that worked on Harvey after his burns, and Harvey got away, he was kind of punished, and this is like the only gig that he could get. That's why he's stuck in Arkham doing this surgery. So he's in a pretty grumpy mood and not wanting to deal with Batman's bullshit.
He gets punched in the face, and then we get a nice little panel after. There's blood where his mouth was, right? And I was just like, oh my god. So yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, from under his mask. So he's wearing like a surgical mask at the time. And then Gordon goes to question Penguin about who hired him to help kidnap his son. So he ends up like grabbing Penguin as well. So everyone's angry here. And meanwhile, Calendar Man, the cliffhanger from last issue, I believe, was someone showing up to potentially shoot Two-Face. Turns out it's Calendar Man. Calendar Man is pissed that the Holiday Killer and the killer from Dark Victory took his shtick. So he's trying to reclaim the whole like doing crimes on certain dates nonsense.
Yeah. He's mad with the gimmick infringement.
Yeah. Trademarked. I don't know if you could TM criminal activity, but he wants to.
No, but that's his thing. It's like you don't see Calendar Man around and putting on, mind control hats on people. The holidays are his. So
got to show up in Gotham and start doing little riddles everywhere just to piss off Edward Nygma.
Yep.
So Gilda shows up, and the Penguin said, "Oh, Gilda's the one who hired me," and we kind of knew Gilda was like deep in all this. But she goes to Harvey and says that she's pregnant, and says that, hey, we had some of my eggs frozen, some of your semen was frozen, or whatever. I don't know if that's what they do, but yeah, whatever. But she says she's pregnant.
Yeah, I wanted to be sure what I told you on this day, on Daddy's Day. And it's just like, what? I didn't agree to this.
Yeah, don't call Father's Day Daddy's Day, okay? Just don't. All right.
Gilda said it first.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm saying it to Gilda. Yes.
Gotcha.
Daddy is like. I'm just saying, daddy's more of a kinky word now than a word that children should say to their fathers. That's all I'm saying.
It definitely gives a new vibe to the Eddie Murphy movie Daddy Daycare.
Like, there's a reason why Arnold saying, "Who is your daddy and what does he do?" is funny, okay?
Yes.
Right?
Oh, man. Anyways, these two freaks.
Yeah. Do you think the baby will come out half and half?
I don't know, man. I don't know whether to believe her. I don't. Gilda's nuts. If anything, reading through these books has taught me is that Gilda broke a little while ago.
Yeah.
And she might be worse than Harvey, right? Because Harvey has the whole split personality thing. She is just gone completely wacko with the whole concept of family, and too much more that she used science to create a dent baby.
Yeah, maybe she's lying. Maybe she's saying, "Oh, I used your seed, if you will." But maybe it's Grundy's kid. Maybe she asked Grundy for a quickie.
Gives a whole new meaning to Born on a Monday.
Ejaculates on a Saturday.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, Batman and Gordon go to the Falcone residence, which I couldn't help but notice looks very much based on the Bates house from Psycho, with the stairs going up to the house. It looks very much like that.
The stairs, and then the Victorian style columns in the front gives it that creepy haunted mansion look. So.
Yep.
But yeah.
So they go snooping around, looking for whatever. Grundy jumps out at them and attacks them, and there's a whole set piece here where they end up in the water. I mean, Batman tries to talk Grundy down, says, "Hey, Grundy, friend," and so on. But Two-Face does show up. Some shots are fired. Gordon's kind of because they end up in the water underneath the house, and like Batman has to save Gordon, even though Gordon's yelling at him to like, no, forget about me, get Two-Face, and Two-Face has got the two guns and whatnot. So we get this big sort of confrontation where and it does feel kind of big that finally like Batman and Gordon are in a scene with Two-Face, and they're kind of like, at this like turning point. Two-Face though gets distracted because Gilda's getting washed away in the sewer water, and he goes after her. And that kind of is how this thing wraps up. And Batman saves Gordon, and they end up on the outside. So yeah, it feels like things are progressing here towards the end of the book. Mario Falcone's in a prison cell in a hospital bed, and Catwoman snuck in to see him and threaten him. But before or after she goes, I should say, Mummy Falcone shows up and says that she's here to get him out and that Falcone shouldn't be behind bars. But she says, hey, on Halloween night, which presumably is going to be issue 10, you're going to take back your father's city. So it sets up that the Falcones are going to be like making a big move towards the end of the story as well. So, I mean, I'm enjoying reading this. It feels, I mean, this is mostly kind of like a nostalgic throwback to like some more important stories. It's not as good as Long Halloween or Dark Victory, but it's pleasant enough. Like, and I think they've done a good job picking the artists to be enjoyable. I think Cloonan's art here, they've definitely put in an effort to color it like those old books. And I think the art is expressive. I think it works where it needs to. I think the coloring is quite nice. When in the dark and Gordon fires his gun and then his one panel lights up orange, I think that's a good bit of coloring.
I feel like Cloonan's doing a version of Sale, but it's almost like an homage.
Yeah.
Here, like with the breakdowns and the way that the character designs are, like the Two-Face feels very much like Sale's Two-Face.
Yeah.
And then the fact that Penguin looks like a sick little freak with the little tiny razor teeth, and he's eating the fish whole or whatever. There's just again more that monstrous quality where it's almost like you're seeing the inner version of the character more than what's on the outside, and that's how I always felt with Joker when Sale would draw him with the big teeth and the jaw and all that type of stuff. It's like, oh, it's this is how we see the inside representation. So yeah, I'm always a fan of sick little freak Penguin. So
yeah. It's kind of in that weird middle ground where I'm enjoying reading it enough. It's pleasant to get through. But I don't have a ton to say about it. The story is perfectly fine, but at this point I'm just sort of like letting it play out, and I'm not like necessarily thinking about it too hard as I'm reading it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, there's some stuff with the Catwoman plot about when Bruce is talking to the Arkham doctor. And he's like, well, I'm the one that operated on her, and it was a real up-close shot. And Bruce is like, so you're saying she shot herself? And he's like, I don't know, you're the detective. You figure it out. And so, little seeding going through there to push that story along. Because I think the doctor even tells him you should have listened to your yellow-caped friend, talking about Robin. So, yeah, and I'm just wondering with Selena, who is the, for lack of a better term, bastard offspring of Carmine, right? That's why she went and got the mom. Like, what is her role in all of this? Her reestablishing the Falcones in Gotham after they've been on the down low. So two issues to kind of get through that.
Yeah, I'm curious where that's going. But yeah, it's good. Like it's like, I mean, we're getting to the ratings here. Right? Like, I'm giving it like a 7. I'm enjoying it. It's not like amazing, but it's good.
I'll give it a 7.5, mainly for the art. I thought Cloonan did a good job.